Hello, guys. Welcome to my podcast, where I explore the powerful and transformative philosophy of Pan Africanism and how it can help unite and rebuild the African continent. Pan Africanism is a movement that seeks to promote the unity, solidarity, and self reliance of all people of African descent. It is a philosophy that encourages the collective action of African people to overcome the challenges facing the continent, including poverty, inequality, and political instability. In today's podcast, I will delve into the history of Pan Africanism and its impact on the continent. I will also explore the current challenges facing Africa and how Pan Africanism can be used as a tool for rebuilding and uniting the continent. Join me as I explore the powerful and transformative philosophy of Pan Africanism and how it can help unite and rebuild Africa. So stay tuned and subscribe to my channel for more updates. In the face of current and historical challenges, many look to the past for inspiration and hope. The concept of Pan-Africanism has been around for over a century, and it can still be a powerful tool that unites and rebuilds our motherland, Africa. In this article, we explore how Pan-Africanism could be used to help Africa reach its potential. What is Pan-Africanism? Pan-Africanism is a political and economic movement that seeks to unify and empower African people worldwide. The Pan-African movement began in the late 19th century in response to European colonization of the continent of Africa. African leaders such as Marco Garvey, W. E. Du Bois, and Kwame Nkrumah advocated for an end to colonialism and the creation of a united Africa that would be free from European rule. Today, the Pan-African movement continues to grow in strength and popularity. Many Africans see it as a way to unite the continent and its diaspora and create a strong, independent Africa that can take its rightful place on the global stage. Pan-Africanism also advocates for an end to exploitation and inequality based on race, gender, or class. There are many different interpretations of Pan-Africanism, but all share a common goal: the liberation of Africa and its people. History of Pan-Africanism. The term Pan-Africanism was first coined by Henry Sylvester Williams in 1900. At the time, Williams was a barrister in Trinidad and Tobago. He organized the first Pan-African Conference in London in 1900. The conference aimed to unify all people of African descent worldwide and bring about political and economic independence for the continent of Africa. Williams' work laid the foundation for subsequent Pan-African movements, including the one led by Marcus Garvey in the 1920s. Garvey from Jamaica is considered one of the most critical figures in Pan-African history. He founded the Universal Negro Improvement Association, UNIA, a powerful force within the Black community worldwide. The UNIA promoted Black pride and self-reliance, and its message resonated with many Africans living under colonial rule. In 1957, Ghana became the first African country to gain independence from European colonial rule. This event inspired other African countries to fight for their freedom and bolstered the Pan-African movement in 1963. Kenya became independent, followed by Tanzania in 1964 and Uganda in 1967. By this time, there was a growing sense among Africans that they could achieve anything if they worked together. In 1975, the Organization of African Unity, OAU, was founded with the goal of promoting unity and cooperation among African countries. OAU played an important role in supporting liberation movements across Africa. Benefits of Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism is a political and social movement rooted in the struggle against colonialism and apartheid in Africa. The main goals of the Pan-Africanist movement are to promote unity and solidarity among African people and to achieve political and economic emancipation for the continent. The benefits of Pan-Africanism are many and varied. Firstly, It promotes unity among Africans, which is essential for the continent to be able to address its many challenges effectively. Secondly, Pan-Africanism provides a framework for economic development and integration, which is crucial for Africa's long-term prosperity. Finally, the Pan-Africanist movement is a powerful force for social change, campaigning for the rights of women, minorities, and other marginalized groups. Challenges faced in implementing Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism, the political and economic philosophy that calls for the unity and empowerment of African people, has faced many challenges since its inception. These challenges include: 1. Lack of a unifying force. Pan-Africanism is a broad and inclusive movement, making it difficult to rally people around a single cause or goal. This lack of unity has often led to infighting and divisions within the Pan-Africanist movement. 2. Western interference. Africa's colonial history has left many countries divided and weak, making them easy targets for outside forces looking to exploit the continent's resources. This interference has often undermined attempts at Pan-African unity and hindered economic development. 3. Corrupt leadership. Many African leaders have used their positions of power to enrich themselves rather than serve the people. This corruption has often been a roadblock to progress in implementing Pan-Africanist ideas. 4. Economic inequality. The vast disparities in wealth between Africans living in different parts of the continent have made it difficult to forge a sense of shared purpose and common identity. This economic inequality has also made it challenging to develop effective Pan-African institutions that benefit all Africans. How can Pan-Africanism unite and rebuild Africa? Pan-Africanism is an ideology that calls for the unity of all people of African descent. It is a movement that seeks to promote and protect the rights of African people and to promote economic, social, and political cooperation among Africans and people of African descent around the world. The Pan-African movement began in the late 1800s to unite Africans and people of African descent to resist European colonialism and fight for independence. In the early 1900s, Pan-African leaders such as W.E.B. Du Bois and Marcus Garvey promoted the idea of a united Africa, free from colonial rule. Today, many organizations and groups promote Pan-Africanism, including the African Union, the Caribbean Community, and the Organization of Afro-American Unity. Pan-Africanism remains an important force in Africa and worldwide, as it promotes unity among Africans and people of African descent and works to end discrimination and inequality. Examples of countries making progress with Pan-Africanism. There are many examples of countries making progress with Pan-Africanism. One example is Ghana, which has been a leading proponent of Pan-Africanism since the country's independence in 1957. Ghana has played a vital role in promoting unity and cooperation among African countries and has helped to foster economic and social development on the continent. Another example is Nigeria, which has also been a key player in promoting Pan-Africanism. Nigeria has worked to promote peace and stability on the continent and has played a leading role in economic development. Other countries that have made significant progress with Pan-Africanism include Senegal, South Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. These countries have all worked to promote unity and cooperation among African countries and have helped to make significant strides in economic and social development on the continent. In conclusion, Pan-Africanism is a powerful concept that can bring unity, solidarity, progress, and development to Africa. By understanding the shared history of Africans on the continent and in the diaspora, we can build bridges between people from all parts of our motherland. With concerted efforts by governments and citizens alike, Africa can be rebuilt based on principles such as self-determination and collective responsibility for each other's success. Guided by Pan-Africanist thoughts, Together, we can create a prosperous future for our beloved continent. Okay, guys, that's it for today's episode on how Pan Africanism can help unite and rebuild our motherland, Africa. I hope you have gained a deeper understanding of the importance of Pan Africanism in shaping the future of our continent. Remember, the power of Pan Africanism lies in the unity and solidarity of all African people. Let's work together to build a stronger and more prosperous Africa for all. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye.